welcome back to Everyday Life TV.
It's your boy, the Prince.
And it's your girl, the showgirl.
All right. We're back on the number 2. We talk about the second topic.
Number two.
You should remember we talk first. We actually talk on the topic. You know, that talk about we really talk about constant communication in our last episode. The first episode is about constant communication, and the topic was 3 things, like, 3 requirements to make relationship work. When we talk about 3 requirements that make relationship work, we talk about constant communication. I'm gonna take you back, but if you don't know what we talk about the last one, go watch the first episode on our channel. It's there right now. You can go back and watch it, and you were missing if you don't watch the first episode. You're really missing.
You are really missing out.
You're really missing out if you don't watch that.
All right, so as the Prince told you, we are going to be discussing our topic number 2, which is understanding.
Understanding.
So, we told you before, there are 3 things. Number one is
constant communication.
Number 2 is understanding. All right, so let's get right on into it. I'm going to start us off today, Prince. Is that okay? You got to get some communication, y'all. You got to ask some. Is it okay? Okay, so listen.
I'm not your man.
It's okay. I respect all of you. So listen. Understanding.
All right.
Understanding. He all right. But see, we got an understanding.
All right, that's one thing that makes a good partnership, understanding. And that's the same thing I'm trying to prove to you right now. I'm going to say some things that make a partnership think we understand. Oh, he's a joke. All right, we're joking about that.
I ain't joking about this understanding, though. I want you to get an understanding of what I'm saying. Now, listen. In your understanding field, let's break down what understanding actually means. It means to comprehend. It means to have knowledge. It means to be aware. Right. All of these are synonyms for understanding. So if I can comprehend in my relationship, I can understand my partner. If I have knowledge in my relationship, I can understand my partner.
Yeah.
And if this knowledge that I gain is about my partner, I'm going to understand him. If it's about me, he's going to understand me.
I'm about to be the hot man tonight. Okay, tell them no show, girl.
So trying to comprehend what you want in your relationship, what you want from your partner. There's where that understanding comes from. It's how are we going to do this at the end of the day? How are we going to open up our dialogue, that talking part? How are we going to keep the understanding of our respect, our expectations? What do you think?
Basically, when we talk about understanding relationship, I'm a big fan of our relationship words, and it really make me go deeper, as I say.
Okay.
Basically, I have a few points about understanding too.
Go ahead, Prince.
Okay, if you allow me, sure, girl. Okay, when we talk about understanding, first point that I have about understanding is your decision. If this is what you really want.
Okay.
Do you understand that is your decision that matters sometimes?
Absolutely.
And understanding actually brings you to the point of your decision.
It does.
Because you need to understand what you're really doing before you can decide if this is what you really want. Is this the kind of man you want? Mm-hmm. Do you understand him? Do you actually understand where you're going, what it takes to be here? Do you understand what you're really doing?
Oh,
Are you really feeling the purpose of you being there?
I like that.
Is it that you just with him because of his physical look, or you understand why you're there? Because you cannot be in a place where you don't understand the reason why you're there.
So, guys, that actually gave me a new bullet point for understanding. He said one word, purpose. Your purpose is going to be your understanding.
Yeah.
If you don't know your purpose, you don't know your understanding. You don't know why. the question mark. You don't know the whys. So I took down some bullet points that says, when you have that knowledge of the other person, you know their passions, you know their drives, you know their ambitions.
Yeah.
And you also know their past. And you're going to know how their past hurt them to know how to deal with them. Knowing how to deal with somebody is understanding.
And that's, when we talk about their past, we also talk about the past when we're talking about constant communication. That will actually lead you to their past.
It will lead you to
because
their past.
Without constant communication, we talked about in our last episode, you cannot know about their past.
There are some people.
And without talking about their past, you cannot understand who you're talking to.
I was getting ready to say that there are some people that they may be damaged, they may be hurt, and everything that they had in their past, they're looking for a way out, but they don't know how to go about doing it. And you have to know how to deal with a person that's been hurt, a person that has been damaged, a person that didn't have love or drive or any of those things. And you got to know how to drive into it. You got to know how to feel it.
Sugar, that actually takes me to the next step and point that I have in this understanding topic that this episode about understanding. Like, I have a key point that I really write, like, what like this is it, understanding the other person and also understanding their feelings.
Their feelings, absolutely.
You can understand somebody. Some people don't know what we call understanding. They talk about, I understand they like to eat hamburger in the morning. I understand he like to eat sandwich. I understand he like coffee. Yes. That is part of you getting to know him. But when we're talking about understanding his feelings, is understanding what he feels, how he feels, what really hurt him, what really make him, like, what you can actually read his mind while you're with him. Understanding the purpose and where people are going.
I like that. He was driving home something, y'all, but I think he missed it. I'm going to fill that gap with him.
All right.
When he says, you understand how they feel. What they feel, you may not physically understand it. But you emotionally have probably dealt with a similar situation to know what it is and to know how you dealt with it. Because what I feel, he can't truly feel on the inside. What he feels, I can't truly feel, but I can empathize with him. I can sympathize with him. So when a person says, you don't know what I'm going through, but if they've been in that situation, their situation could have been worse.
It's like, absolutely, you're right. It's like a man who is bankrupt. If you're bankrupt, a man just told you, babe, I just lost my job. I got fired from work. You know the feelings is so hard right now. You just came back.
Absolutely.
Have you ever lost your job before? No.
Right.
What are the next things? Do you understand how to just calm this man down? Put his mind in the right places. Mm-hmm. Really reset his mindset, and so he can cool down. You can talk him off. You can make him go to bed. Understanding him how to make his mind walk through that situation he is right now. A man just told you, I lose my job, and you tell him, baby, you know what, let's go watch a movie. It's going to get your mind off it. No.
That is not
that is not the solution. It's about trying to make this man be like, okay, I know, babe, this just happened to you. Babe, I want you to look at me and tell me it is possible you will get better off than that. Give him hope.
Motivation.
Motivate this man.
Yes.
Understand the weakness, where he is weak. Understand what he really needs at that moment. Understand your partner. That it's not, you see, what they don't understand. See, we really got to go to the next topic. The next episode, the third episode is the bomb.
Oh, he's getting passionate now, y'all.
Hello, what you talking about?
He getting passionate.
Sugar,
I can tell when he's about to go right there. It's almost like getting a nut and then you stop. It's like, oh shit, he's about to bring it home, but then he be like, I gotta use the bathroom.
Sugar,
you don't get up in the middle of that. He's right there.
Sugar, I'm not trying to actually like go deep because I'm keeping this for the third episode.
I like them to go deep. Don't y'all like for them to go deep?
What are you talking
we
about?
want them to go deep.
What are you talking
We talk about understanding.
Okay.
You know, understanding.
You better talk about understanding because I don't understand when you say deep. Your hand going deep. When you say deep, I don't get it.
Well, we get it.
Hey, sweetie, I'm 16.
Me and my viewers get.
He
said what?
I'm 16.
Lord Jesus, I'm going to jail on this live with this man. Well, listen, y'all. He touched on some more points. He was really going deep. He was getting very passionate, and I like that because you know what?
Stop using the word deep.
We could stop using the word.
I was
deep.
going through.
True.
All right.
Okay. So with this, I want to say, understand also leads to respect.
Yeah, you're right.
You cannot understand the other person without having to respect who they are, what they bring, how they talk to you, how you react to what they talk. This is a learning thing for myself, and I'm speaking personally for me. I say a lot of things, and I deliver them. But sometimes the way I say things, people can take it wrong. So therefore, it has to be a level of respect that when you're talking to someone, that they can understand. Because if you raise your voice and there's elevation or inflection, up and down, you're going to have someone that may misinterpret the message.
Yeah, you're right.
And that means there's no understanding. If they walk away from it without getting the understanding, they didn't comprehend what you were trying to get across. So understanding leads you to respect as well.
All right. You know, basically, I'm from Africa, right?
The motherland.
I'm from the motherland. But, you know, you talk about understanding and it leads to respect. You really make me, you spark something in me when you say that word. Mm-hmm. It really touched an angle in me that makes me really want to pour out my mind when you talk about that.
Okay.
How do you know, how is it possible two people that was brought up in two different countries, different languages, and different understanding about culture and life, come together, get married, have kids, live together forever being happy? That is where the understanding comes in, and what? Communication is constant. And now, guess what? Respect has to be dropped in.
It has to.
Because without you respecting my culture, without you respecting how I was brought up, without you respecting my ways of life, we will not have that understanding between both of us. That is why understanding and respect actually hold each other together.
You cannot have an understanding without respect, because he brought up a great analogy. Being from a totally different country, coming here to have to learn our ways, and I'm only learning through by verbal, but I know it's a different way of living for him. So I have to respect those values. Respect, that's the word. Respect his values to be able to understand why certain things happen the way it is, and then have him to break it down for me, the reason why it's that way. It doesn't mean we have to agree to disagree, because that's the way he grew up. The way I grew up is to say, I understand that, he understands me, boom, now we're at that understanding point of respect.
And you know, basically understanding really make relationship go far, because it's like me seeing your dad. Like if I'm married to you and I see your dad, I cannot greet my in-law while I'm standing. I have to lie down and be like, oh, this is America, you don't have to do it. No. You have to understand this is where I'm coming from, this is my tradition. I cannot do this to your dad while I shake him. I have to do like this, sir. It's the way I understand the culture. You have to, and when you go to my parents, you can't go to my parents and say, hi mama, how you doing? No. You have to lean down with your two legs. That is where the respect and the understand. You have to respect what I have, and I have to respect what you have. And now we both got to bring understanding to the table, like, hey, sweetie, that's why I asked you, is this what you want? Because being know what you want really goes a long way. If this is what you want, you will put every interest, everything that you got in it to make it work.
He's absolutely right, because you got to think about it. If it is what you want, people will do what they need to do to make things happen. So when you want something, you go after it, and you will not waste time to get what you want. When it's time to order Amazon, you know you got the money, you're going to
Yeah,
order
yeah.
it. You're going to get it at the time you want it. If they said it can't be here in 5 days, but they said we can express ship this, guess what? You want it before those 5 days and you need it, you will express ship it.
Understanding also, I'm going to say this so we can move to the next episode. Understanding is about when you have kids, hey, sweetie, I want to go to work. I have signed up for overtime. Maybe can you go back home real quick? You know, can you go back home when you're done? Because, oh, yeah, but I told you I have a football match to watch with Jay tonight. Mm-hmm. Oh, sweetie, oh, my God. But, babe, you know what? I know you already signed up for overtime, but it's okay. I'm going to call Jay. We can watch that next time. You understand? Because we understand each other.
So we're going to end and conclude this section. We're going to end and conclude this section. Remember, this was part 2 of our 3 requirements to make a relationship work. Number 1 was constant communication. Number 2 is understanding. Come back for part 3. Number 3. We'll be right back on Everyday Life TV.